Does thickness tell the whole story about a vapor barrier? This is Stego IQ. Specifying thickness for vapor retarder is like specifying the size of a car to determine its performance. We want to know what's under the hood. Thickness is a decent indicator of general performance, but it doesn't give us the specifics that we want and that we need to have for the performance of the product. We want to know the engine, and the engine for the vapor retarder or barrier is going to be its puncture resistance, its tensile strength, and most importantly, its permeance and longevity. Not surprisingly, not all plastics are created equal, and not every plastic, even a high-performance plastic, is optimized to perform as an under-slab vapor retarder or barrier. If we were dealing in an industry where all the products had the same raw materials and the same design, thickness would be a good indicator of how well the product performed. But that's not true. If you look at the building code, IBC, the residential code, IRC, there are minimum requirements, and it's good to make sure that we're at least satisfying those, even though it's not the only thing we're looking for. 6 mil is an absolute minimum for the general residential building code. But the American Concrete Institute, Committee 302, has pushed designers to specify at least 10 mils thickness on building projects of all types. But the specification should not begin and end by meeting a minimum thickness. We also want to make sure the metrics and the performance match what we're trying to achieve. In this case, long-term water vapor protection. Rather than specify thickness or focus on thickness, project teams select performance criteria that match their needs. We want to make sure that the permeance rating is low enough that our floor coverings, stored goods, and indoor air quality are not adversely affected. The product is going to maintain these characteristics, specifically the permeance rating, for as long as we need it to. And yes, we want to make sure that the material is durable enough to be installed effectively in the first place and can withstand the potential construction traffic. Again, thickness is not necessarily the criterion we're concerned about. We want to make sure the metrics and the performance match what we need. Keep learning, build your brain and your knowledge. You can view more educational videos on Stego IQ topics on stegoindustries.com.